The person warning system with city light braking function can thereby help to prevent accidents with pedestrians, for example, within built-up areas. To do this in a certain speed range, the system warns against potential collision hazards with pedestrians. A camera located near the interior mirror recognizes people in the danger area. A warning signals the risk of an accident and requires immediate intervention, for example, braking. In order to shorten the braking distance, an automatic brake intervention provides additional support during braking. The Active Protection Safety Package optimizes the preventive occupant safety and thus actively provides for even more safety. With its pre-crash functions as of a certain speed, the system can recognize critical driving situations which could lead to an accident, such as an emergency stop, and severe understeering or oversteering. Protection measures are automatically undertaken to minimize the risks in case of an accident as much as possible. For example, the front belts are pre-tensioned as required, and side windows are closed. Depending on the equipment package, the slide tilt glass roof is also closed. Active protection can also be triggered by other driving safety systems. For example, if the approach control warning with light braking function detects the threat of a collision, or if the rear-end collision prevention detects a possible collision.
The speed limit info shows you the current speed limit in the instrument cluster. To do this, the camera at the front of your vehicle checks traffic signs on the side of the road. Signs with speed limits are recognized and displayed in the instrument cluster. The maximum speed appropriate for the corresponding road is then shown in the instrument cluster. The system takes the information from your navigation system into account in the process. This ensures that, for example, the appropriate speed limit is shown, even in developed areas when there are no traffic signs indicating the speed limit.
The collision warning with braking function is thereby helpful to recognize collision risks and support you to prevent collisions while braking. Sensors in the front bumper and a video camera monitor traffic in front of your vehicle. And can recognize vehicles that are in the detection range of the sensors and video camera. These vehicles may be parked or moving. For example, if a vehicle that is moving in front of you brakes abruptly, a quick reaction may be required. When a moving vehicle is recognized in front of you, the system will help optimize the response time with a two-step warning. The first warning step is the preliminary warning. It will signal a warning with an emerging danger of collision, or if the distance to the vehicle that is moving in front of you is very short. This warning is given by displaying a corresponding symbol on the instrument panel. At the same time, the brake system will be made ready for a possible full application of the brake. The second warning step is the acute warning in the event of an imminent danger of collision. The symbol on the instrument panel will begin to flash, and an audible warning signal will sound at the same time. In addition, your vehicle will brake slightly automatically to initiate the braking procedure. which you will be able to then finish yourself and intuitively to a full application of the brake. The system thereby supports your own responses to traffic and thereby makes driving safer every time.
The flat tire monitor detects inflation pressure loss while driving and will signal this as a flat tire. The system must be initialized with the correct tire inflation pressure before a flat tire can be detected. The initialization will be completed during driving. When a flat tire occurs, the diameter of the defective tire changes, which also affects its rotating speed. The defective tire turns more quickly. The flat tire monitor compares the rotating speeds of the wheels with each other. When inflation pressure loss occurs, it detects the change in the rotating speed of the defective tire. A flat tire is then indicated. The high beam assistant switches the high beams on and off, depending on the lighting conditions and the traffic situation. A sensor near the inside rearview mirror monitors an area in front of your vehicle for this purpose. The high beam assistant detects the headlights of oncoming traffic. The high beams are switched off. In addition, the high beam assistant also detects the tail lights of vehicles driving ahead. The backup camera shows an area behind your vehicle on the control display and supports you during parking and maneuvering. Turning circle lines and lane lines help you park. There are two markings that you can show in the image of the control display. The static red turning circle lines show you the shape of the smallest possible turning circle of your vehicle with the full steering angle. The variable green lane lines help you estimate the space required when parking and maneuvering. They're dependent on the current steering angle and are continually adjusted to reflect steering wheel movements. Position your vehicle so that the turning circle lines lead into the targeted parking space within the limits. Turn the steering wheel until the turning circle and lane lines are aligned. This results in a parking situation that fully utilizes the smallest possible turning circle of your vehicle.
The active blind spot detection warns of critical situations when changing lanes and thereby actively increases the safety, for example, on the freeway. Checking the surrounding area of the vehicle on the side and in the rear is especially important when changing lanes. However, depending on the situation, certain areas next to and behind the vehicle are not easy to see. Therefore, when the system is activated, the sensors in the rear bumper monitor an area behind and next to the vehicle. A display on the outside mirror will show whether vehicles are approaching from the rear or passing from a certain speed. If you activate the turn signal in such a situation and thereby indicate your intent to change lanes to the system, a warning will be displayed. The warning symbol on the outside mirror will begin to flash, and the steering wheel will vibrate. You will thereby be intuitively supported to abort the lane change and prevent a possible collision. the deactivation of the turn signal will cancel the warnings, or as soon as no more vehicles are present in the critical area. The system thereby helps you to recognize possible dangers when changing lanes early and prevent them.
Various light controllers optimally adapt your vehicle's headlamp light to an extremely broad range of road situations. The adaptive headlight follows the course of the road depending on the steering angle. As a result, the inside area of curves is illuminated better. In tight curves or when turning, the respective turning lamp is also switched on to further enlarge the illuminated area. In this way, pedestrians can be seen more easily. This diversity of light control options enables optimum illumination of the road in a broad range of driving situations.
Integral active steering adjusts the steering effect to the particular driving situation and, in this way, optimizes vehicle handling when you change directions. The system has two functional principles: the steering angle dependent steering ratio and the rear wheel steering. The steering angle ratio is dependent on the steering angle. This is beneficial during cornering, for example. The reduced steering wheel movement perceptibly enhances steering comfort. The rear wheels are also turned a few degrees. This keeps space requirements to a minimum when maneuvering on narrow roadways. The vehicle can pass through tight spaces even more comfortably. At higher speeds, the rear wheel steering provides even greater driving stability. When changing lanes, for example, the wheels on both axles turn in the same direction. The vehicle glides sideways. This movement optimizes the forces acting on the vehicle. As a result, vehicle handling becomes exceptionally sporty. Through these numerous features, integral active steering enhances vehicle handling and comfort in all speed ranges.
Park Distance Control, PDC, supports you during parking and maneuvering. For this purpose, the system monitors the approach to an object. The approach is indicated with acoustic warning tones and can be shown schematically on the control display. The warning tones and display change continually with the distance between the vehicle and the object.
The full-color BMW head-up display projects driving-related information onto the windshield directly in the field of view. As a result, your eyes can always stay on the road. The displayed information includes the current speed, navigation information, and speed limit information, including no passing zones. The display can be adjusted horizontally and vertically on the iDrive controller to create the most comfortable position for the driver. For good recognizability, the intensity of the projection automatically adjusts to daytime and nighttime light conditions. BMW Gesture Control enables especially convenient operation of selected iDrive functions. A camera in the roof lining scans an area in front of the dashboard. Gestures performed in this area are detected by the system. Depending on the equipment, various functions can be operated. Incoming calls can be accepted. Move the index finger back and forth in the direction of the monitor screen. Incoming calls can be rejected. Swipe the hand across the breadth of the control display towards the passenger side. The volume can be increased. Move the hand with a forward extended index finger in a clockwise circular motion. The gesture will be recognized after approximately one circular movement. The volume can be reduced. Move the hand slowly with a forward extended index finger in a counterclockwise circular motion. Here too, the gesture will be recognized after approximately one circular movement. With the surround view equipment package, it is possible to turn the camera. Make a pinching movement with thumb and index finger and move the hand horizontally to the left or right. Additionally, it is possible to set a personally definable gesture. A favorite function, such as changing radio stations, can be chosen from a selection via iDrive and perform with the personal gesture. This variety of gestures makes driving even more convenient during a trip. BMW Gesture Control helps to reduce non-essential distractions from traffic conditions.